God, you're a beast. Whoa. That is truly terrifying.
No time to slow down.
Yes. Get that level, girl.
I aspire to be my best.
Aw. God, you're cute. Aw, good boy. I don't know what to do with you. Flash fire arrows, huh? So weird, I don't want... Because I always have Byleth, I'm like... not as interested in what I can do with Byleth.
Not my best.
Yes.
Another victory.
Gotta train harder.
Holy shit.
Spirit. For Gerald.
Aw, still fighting for Gerald, huh?
Still far from the top.
You're really not, Leonie. Basically just you and Shamir and Felix. Rawr. Whoa. It is very alarming to see a giant wolf throwing a rock like that. It's very Seems very intelligent. Did anyone die?
Feels good to fight for a cause. That helps. Remain cautious. No use.
Perfect. Alright, one more. Okay. Yes. Awesome. Oh. Kitty. You're being cute. All the 3 kitties are here, but one of them is right here. Boy. Good boy. Wow, you sat directly on my Switch controllers. Well done. Ignores enemy res. Cool. Dang. Good, I've successfully split that attack. Can't get you help.
Now there's a way forward.
Man, this one's so goofy looking.
I won't let this hold me back.
magic experience.
Well.
That one.
I don't have time for this.
Whoa! Crit 9%, dang. 165 damage? Holy shit. And she just got a +5 to her
Nice
magic
work.
attack. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Yikes. I really have underutilized, like...
Missed.
Actually,
Going for the kill.
additional battles in general.
Thinning their numbers.
But also then, like... There's many playthroughs and many play hours that I
Strength
have
is all for a
figured out all
mercenary.
these little things about how to make sure that you're making progress the whole way through. Like, you know, use up those really big gun things on short, small fights so that you can get a lot of XP for them. Alright, I'm gonna warp you. Because warping is big magic. My god, this is a powerful class. Man, ballistas are fun. And I think they do actually have some kind of durability. They have like 10 uses or something. Man, I cannot get over the novelty of healing other people with Catherine. Doing magic with Catherine. But I have to get her changed out of that weird skirt thing. I hate it. Like vaguely watching the concept of Core's stream. Core, the ultimate senpai, who has a question of the day right now, which is basically like the, you know, for how much money would you hit a button and someone somewhere in the world would die thing. And I was just thinking that, like, that's kind of like real though, right? Like, it's like designed to be like, oh, to evoke the sense of it being ridiculous. But that's really what, like, jobs are. That, like, how is that not, like, you know, putting denied on like a medical insurance claim for enough money? Ha! Thanks. Oh, Slashy, hi! Welcome! How's it going? How have you been? I'm great! This is my Triforce of Kittens. This is Ender, Prince Endymion, good boy. And this is Sunset. And this is Moonlight. They're brothers. Right? I'm so glad that you stopped by. Right? Oh, you should be. That is the correct response. Also, thank you, Sunset. That's very helpful. The Triforce of Kitties. Well, yeah, I know. There's no earthly reason I should be still awake. It is 6:30 in the morning for me. I've been streaming all night. Not on purpose, just for some reason. Yeah, no, they are the best kitties in the world. So I was fostering them, and I foster failed them so hard. Yes. I mean, it happens. It happens. I think streamers understand. Sometimes it just happens. Oh my god, you are still licking my hand. You are so cute. Oh my god, and but yeah, so they were foster fails. I was fostering these kittens, and it was my job to, like, socialize them and feed them until they got to 2 pounds. So big enough to, like, get the surgeries and stuff so that they were, like, allowed to be adopted out. But, like, first of all, look at them. And they, like, climb on top of each other and go to sleep, and they, like, run around playing with each other and stuff. And I was like, but if I don't adopt them, they could be separated. So I really had no choice, you see. Good boys you are. Like, it's, I don't know. It's basically coercion. Coercion. Torsion. Yeah. Oh man, it's happening. It's happening. Oh boy. Well, Slashy. Do you know Core? Well. Yay. How was your, Communist Manifesto reading? Obviously, we've been consistently missing each other. Oh, the, like, Heroes one? Yeah, I've never played that. This is the first one that I've ever played. This is the first tactics game I've ever played. It, like, onboarded me to it so well. And... an even 50! Oh, Core! Senpai! Senpai raided me! Guys! Yay! Oh, thank you for the follow! Oh my god! Hi, Silver! Oh my god, hi, Core! How was your stream? Core raid! All 3 of the Triforce are here. Being delights. And I was actually just talking about, so I didn't actually catch any of your stream, I just sort of, like, watched some of the chat. Oh, Core, you're delightful. Oh, my senpai. My streaming senpai is here. Oh my god, thank you so much! I was a super cool Dorothea earlier today. The pics are on... the pics are on my Discord if you want to jump in and take a look. But it was way too hot to stay in it forever. And essentially the reason... Yay! Thank you for the follow! So, Core, here's the thing. Here's the reason I have so much energy. It's because I was, like, yes, go sleep. Mwah. All you people who have come in with cores, I totally understand you're all just gonna, like, what was that called? A flash mob. Just, like, collapse dramatically. And there'll just be, like, 50 virtual bodies of choreos just strewn about. Core, it finally happened! Yay! I never thought it would happen, because why would I ever still be awake at 6:30 in the morning? But basically because I was hanging out for Oak's goth stream, and by the way, it's Oak's goth. She was wearing a white shirt with butterflies on it. This deserves a good long sip out of the waifu mug. Would you like a sip out of the waifu mug? Thank you! I should probably wash it out at some point. Oh my god. Yeah, so, yeah, and then, like, I was getting my Dorothea cosplay ready, which I failed to do yesterday, and by yesterday I mean the day before yesterday, because of, Core raid, because of technical things. I've been, you know, doing a new setup and upgrading my equipment and everything, and like I was having technical problems and I couldn't stream that day very easily. And then I ended up streaming Hades super late at night and actually beating it for the first time on stream. Or beating Daddy Hades. So, it's very hot today. And I'm like, and if you see my Dorothea, it's very a lot. In fact, it's all strewn all about here. Moonlight is sleeping on some of it. Here's some hair. Boots. Yup. Just a lot of Dorothea. And where's the hat? The hat always the hat is always conspiring to run off. Oh, and a bunch of jewelry down here too, hey. The hat! So that you believe that I really was Dorothea earlier. Oh, these are really their streams. I'm just here to do the tech. And, good boy! They all care about the... They all want the waifu mug. Yes. I'm tech support for the cat stream. And background noise. Oh my god, you guys, waifu mugs are gonna be kitty water bowls forever. Oh, I named the next waifu, y'all. Hemlock. Next waifu mug, Hemlock. Named by Saf. Yeah. So anyway, then like Roger like calls me in a frenzy, like, because I basically did my like starting soon, whatever, and I was getting dressed with my Dorothea stuff, and Roger calls me in a frenzy, like, you have to get your camera on right now because I'm like trying to raid you and something, and I'm like, okay, and so I like run out and I like, you know, do the thing where I shake the can. This is the BB-8 can, and when I shake it, usually cats appear. See? And that's why I was running around, like, slightly uncomfortably, rushedly getting my Dorothea together, and I was just kind of, like, out of sorts and kind of tired. I hadn't really slept that well the night before and stuff, you know, and I proceeded to stream. I was doing the time skip, basically I was starting at the time skip on Fire Emblem. And the battle after the time skip is particularly difficult because you can't really choose your team. It's just your original house members. So like you usually lose people who like were underleveled or whatever. And it's just like a long battle. So it took a long time in a way that I didn't really feel. And then I was just like, the whole time I was just kind of like whining about how hot I was in don't do that. I mean, you haven't done it yet, but you're thinking it. But about how like uncomfortably warm I was. And so finally I was like, okay, good, it's like kind of late, and I'm gonna just start to like take this stuff off and you know, whatever, and continue to stream. Maybe I'll do a little thing here, whatever. But as soon as I took off the cosplay, yes, yes, I read your minds. So, as soon as I took off the cosplay, I was like, wait, I'm comfortable now. I'm comfortable. I can stream! So I just basically my mind just like started over and like, this is like the stream I was meant to have now, I guess. Yo, alright, doggy time. I mean, it's pet o'clock, clearly. Good boys. Thanks so much, Core! I love you, you're my senpai! I'm delighted! Hooray! Thank you so much for raiding me! I love whenever you come and hang out. Another sort of, like, well, another streamer that I can barely ever really cross paths with because of time difference was just hanging out. And I was talking, oh, man, I think you're gonna miss the thing that I said, but where, like, I saw your question of the day, and I was saying that, like, it's like, oh yes, all of the love. Hello, Element One. Yes, Slashy's here. Slashy is who I'm talking about. And we were chatting about how, we were chatting about you. I was saying, ah! Oh my god! Yay to Blue! Oh, thank you, Blazy! Thanks so much. This is wonderful. I love it. So, have I mentioned? Guys, it's ads. Let me know when the ads are over. Cool. I don't know, like, they changed ads recently, and I keep getting these, like, reports of ads happening. I think that they're automatically turning off my pre-rolls at certain intervals, but they don't warn me. Cool. Okay, well, I also have super ADHD. Yay! Oh, yeah, okay, I'm not surprised that people in different countries are not getting the same ad stuff. Because I'm pretty sure they work differently in different countries. But yeah, no, this has been happening, like, for the last couple of days where, like, one person will be like, ads keep interrupting me. And I'm like, wait, but I was talking and I don't know what I was saying and I don't know when it started. Oh, man. What was I saying? Oh, no. No, don't play with this cap. Oh, hey, I still have port. Okay, right, alright, I was saying the thing, even though core is almost certainly gone by now. I was saying that, like, I was, like, vaguely aware of, like, you know, I was, like, looking at the chat on my phone and stuff. And, I was just very tickled by the fact that the question of the day was, like, couldn't be more different in tone from mine, which is, like, extremely wholesome today. Which is also hilarious because I'm extremely not wholesome. I'm not like raunchy or anything, I'm just extremely honest and, you know, ADHD, impulsive, and authentic, and, I don't know, I just, like, I have one mode, right? And it's just, like, what I'm like, and it's a lot of effort for me to, like, compartmentalize and be different in different contexts, so I just kinda don't. So, you know, like, people end up hearing about, like, my sexy adventures and stuff, and it's, like, not titillating, it's just me being normal. Oh my god, Secret Lunchbox has the best, like, SO, like, text for me, because it's so insightful, and it's just about, like, how I'm just sort of, like, wholesomely not wholesome. But anyway, hi. Mwah. Yay! Lunch motes! Lunchbox motes! So, Core's question of the day was essentially the, like, the button that kills someone question. The, like, how much money, you know, would you have to be offered to press a button and someone in the world will die? And the thing that I was saying, and I mean, I didn't watch the stream, so maybe somebody else pointed this out, but I was like, okay, that question is being presented as if it's very, you know, like, as if it's like this very out there, you know, weird thing that would never happen. Yes, it did. this like weird thing that would never happen, like this like, you know, thought experiment, blah blah blah. But it's like completely real. It's just another way of contextualizing like jobs. Many, like, you know, like rejecting a claim for health insurance that you know is going to like cause someone to die, that you are doing for the amount of money that you do for this employment. Like, and this is not like, I mean no sass by this. This was more of a like a lightning bolt that happened like briefly ago to me that I'm sharing, where I was like, oh shit, like this is actually like, when you present it like this, it's like I would need $1 million, but like realistically, people are actually in this situation not uncommonly, where they have like tremendous effects on people's lives, even devastating ones, and it's just their job. And yeah, there's like just this there's this way that it's divorced from that feeling of moral responsibility, in the way that the thought experiment puts that moral responsibility back on you, but the context is what changes that feeling. But, like, functionally, it more or less is like a lot of jobs. Some people know the answer to this, even though, like, and they're probably people who don't realize that they know the answer to this. And, or then again, I don't know, because, like, I've also seen testimony from, you know, people who've actually, like, worked in health insurance industries trying to reform it, you know, like, who are racked with guilt about it, you know, and, you know, like, humans who exist in a system aren't, like, you know, capable of, like, being individually responsible for, you know, the existence of that system. I'm not gonna get into a whole thing. Yeah, okay, like, obviously, you know, moral responsibility and social consciousness and be a good person, and it's hard, and it's complicated. It is important to try. It is important to listen. It is important to... I don't know. I mean... Port. Also, I love that I have a, like, perma-use for the waifu mugs. They are going to be the Triforce's water bowls. No. They're the Triforce's water bowls. I will need a place to display it where they can be water bowls. I'm so excited to have a functional mic later today. Oh gosh, it is later today, as opposed to tomorrow. So yeah, so the other day, so... No, oh my god, that wasn't even the port, that was just like... watching... I was having, like, movie night, and Anna Kendrickle, I guess, put me in a mood. Because I... was... drinking... What cocktail was it? I don't know. Placeholder cocktail. And I got really drunk, and the next day, my phone was completely filled, and, like, it kept happening the whole day. Like, just messages from apparently just, like, everyone I've ever known. Apparently I just, like, texted every friend of mine ever, like, hey, let's schedule time to catch up. And the next day it was just like, all 3 of my current crushes had responses the next day of, like, oh my god. Like, I was so unuselessly drunk. Sapphic shanty time. What do you do with a useless sapphic? What do you do with a useless sapphic? What do you do with a useless sapphic? Oh my god, it's actually early in the morning. For once. Early in the morning. Here. We have the water from there. Way up she rises. Way up she rises. Way up she rises early in the morning. Steeper in a bath garnished with red roses, steeper in a bath garnished with red roses, steeper in a bath garnished with red roses early in the morning. Way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises early in the morning. I guess they're thirsty. Or just excited. Triforce! Good boys. Who are my good boys? Good boys. You don't want wine. Trust me. Oh, there were always 3 cats. One was slightly behind the other one. Oh, you guys are being great. Good boys. I don't even know why. Is it just because of the water? They're tricksy kitties. Sunset. Don't you hide off screen. Oh my god, he listened! Whoa! Oh, you guys are... You guys are being the best right now. So yeah, so this is the reason why my my question of the day is about like friendship, because it was this amazing, like it was like I had, I don't know, like from the future traveled back into the past and set myself up a surprise that I was not aware of yet, because I did not remember sending these texts. I wasn't even blackout drunk. This was mostly just like a when I'm like ADHD and it's kind of late and I'm just doing impulsive small things that I don't super register. Like, I just did that a lot one night. We were watching A Simple Favor. Like I said, Anna Kendrick has this effect on me. I have set a trap for a moonlight. Ah, but it caught an ender instead. So, that whole day, I kept getting messages from like increasingly unlikely people who I have fond feelings for, and you know, whatever, like hadn't seen in a while, hadn't caught up with in a while, or whatever. Just being like, yes, let's have some. That sounds great. I would love to. Let's catch up. Let's make some plans. What's your schedule look like? And it was an amazing feeling. And it was like, it was sort of like your birthday, where like people come out of the woodwork to say happy birthday, and you're like, except even better, because it wasn't about like, you know, this sort of like, this, you know, social form of a thing that you kind of see coming and expect, and is usually part of another thing. It was just like a day where like everyone came out of the woodwork and like, so it's like, yay, I like you, let's hang out, let's spend time together, let's invest in this friendship. And it was just such a wonderful, wonderful day. And that's what inspired my question of the day. And it's just hysterically opposite to the, like, pushing a button and killing someone, because Core is, like, my OG streaming senpai, and taking on question of the day is a thing that I picked up from them, or at least like I was inspired by like their community. Like we share enormous batches of community. But I was just hanging out with Dirt, my boy. We were talking about how alienating it is to be a neurodiverse nerd of color. And we were talking about what our emotional reactions are to overt versus like subtle racism. And it seems like we had developed opposite coping mechanisms. Yes! They have learned. It is the water waifu. The water waifu. I am playing a game, aren't I? Hey guys, this is Fire Emblem. I didn't play any tactics games because they were too complicated because I had undiagnosed severe ADHD. And this game was so friendly about teaching the mechanics that I learned and got obsessed with an entire genre of game kind that I thought was, like, too complicated for me. And to the extent that I now have, like, masses of spreadsheets for planning things and for figuring out how, and for automating the process of planting the specific seeds that will maximize my chances of getting a stat booster every gardening. ADHD. I'm also poly, did I say that? And I talk about the whole life a bunch. I'm like almost purposely acting drunk. I am not drunk. I'm just happy. It is actually a thing that I've been asking ADHD people recently if, like, they also get mistaken for drunk when they are just happy. I believe it is a thing. Anyway, Slashy is this, like, a sort of, let's see, somebody I was exploring as another possible senpai in terms of, like, just, like, seems to completely be my vibe and values, but, like, very, very, very much, like, timing is opposite. Haven't been able to catch much Slashy, but definitely somebody who I was just like, oh, I think that this is a person I could really, like, look up to and learn from, and, like, haven't gotten a chance to follow up on that very much. Which is definitely sort of beautiful in the sense of, like, what I was just talking about, like, you know, waking up to all of these responses from, like, a bunch of people who, like, and I mean, let's be honest, we won't admit it because we're adults and we think it's not grown up, but, like, we always kind of wonder if people that, you know, we value that we haven't talked to in a while still consider us their friends. With, like, that little nip of insecurity. Or even more, or even worse. Like, a harsher version of this. Like, people who you, like, have, like, you aspire to be closer to, that you want to be friends with, but, you know, like, various things hold you back, like, you know, you already have relationships in your life and priorities and things, and it's harder to start a thing that's new, especially if it's, like, you know, like something as, like, freeform as a friendship, and, like, you know, you don't want to look like you're too eager and invested that you, like, creep out or, you know, whatever, somebody, or, like, you don't want to feel rejected when it turns out that their full life is too full for, like, a new friend or whatever. And just, like, all these, like, little pricks of emotion that sort of swirl into, like, you know, not discrete complete emotions, but, like, tiny little particles of emotionlets that, you know, swirl freely as an experience. And that experience just tends to kind of stop you, be just enough of an obstacle to push forward when you, like, get excited about a platonic, or even not platonic, but whatever, like, I'm gonna not say not platonic because I feel like that sounds like I'm saying romantic and that's not what I mean. But, like, you know, when you just, like, meet a new person or whatever and you're just like, oh, I like you, I feel like I wish we were already close friends. But it's, like, hard to get that to happen because life and functioning is hard and takes lots of beans and, time and space and energy. And so do ourselves. yes. And, like, you know, protecting yourself from the, genuinely harsh, again, in a way that I think that people don't talk about, because it doesn't feel grown up, but, like, experience of feeling rejected, or feeling, you know, like you were more interested in getting to know somebody else than they were interested in getting to know you, or, like, you know, spending more time investing or becoming friends or something like that. Like, that prick of rejection is very, very stingy. It's painful. It stings a lot. And like, not quite enough to, like, be totally conscious of avoiding it, but enough to make it, like, less likely that a thing that you do within a given moment is to, like, text a person and be like, hey, wanna hang out? And, like, I just woke up to, like, someone did that for me last night, and those people wanna hang out. You know, people that I lost touch with, people who, you know, like, I didn't get a chance to become as close to as I might have liked to, people who I have crushes on, who I literally said to somebody, actually, it's my side, so I'm gonna tell you what my text is, because I had no memory of doing this, because, like I said, I just shot off, like, I did not copy and paste things. I wrote individual messages to each person and registered none of it in my long-term memory. But this is the message that I sent. Hi, so. Next message, 2. I still have this big crush on you, but I'm still getting the hang of that whole thing about me, and I want you to know I've sworn off dating women for real until I've gotten my head around it such that I can actually process it like a mature adult. And I'd still love to be friends, especially now that Vaxxed is a thing. That is the message that I sent to a girl I've had this huge crush on forever. Forever. You know, I've... In ADHD time, it's forever, okay? And, like, woke up to this, like, amazing response, and, like, we had a conversation, and making plans, and, like, oh, God, like, a small amount of drunk, and a lot of happy, and, like, the, you know, not being afraid of those little, like, not, those obstacles being gone, like, that little unacknowledged fear of, like, rejection and bits of pain, and you know, that you have to then deal with, like, that have to, like, then become your problem and your chore. Like, in those superhuman moments of, like, I'm very happy, and, you know, there's no amount of, like, rejection that could come from this that could possibly touch how happy I am with my life, and, my choices, and right now. Like, not even, like, right now, but just, like, being able to recontextualize it in such a way that you just recognize that the thing that was stopping you, like, it could only exist in the face of not being looked at directly. And the second that you look at it directly and you're like, what is stopping me from being happier than I am right now? Oh, it's silly. And it's not remotely, a thing that could have, like, any real consequence, and it should not be stopping me from attempting to be happier than I am right now. So I just sent all of these messages because a barrier that had been there was just gone, and I woke up to a world that was just responding back. You know, and every couple of hours I'd get, like, another response, and it was just incredible and beautiful, and it was, the thing that inspired my question of the day. Man. This is my second, like, big raid today, and the first one was that oak thing where I was, like, running around, and this is a much better example of what I'm like, what the whole Eucili's Saf thing is. This is, like, the appeal, I guess. Like, it's just a me person, and, I'm a person who is, I don't know, I've seen some things, I've had a diverse array of experiences, and, I'm quite smart, and I won't apologize for it, and I won't downplay it, because even though it's a thing that I'm socialized to never say, because that makes me, like, unattractive or, like, arrogant. The same way that I try very hard to not use self-deprecating humor anymore. Thank you, Hannah Gadsby. I'm just very proud of myself. I have a very common, for lack of a better word, I'm going to call it a complication of ADHD and similar things, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with, RSD, rejection sensitivity dysphoria, and it, very confusingly, for a lot of my life, caused certain emotional events, not even events, just like, usually they were like very stupid and very casual things, to not just stick in my mind in the sort of like obsessive compulsive way, but in a way that I literally experienced as physical pain and would avoid like physical pain. And my god, it changed my life when I discovered that this was a thing. It changed my life because it was like I had no vocabulary to explain it, and more importantly, no one ever made me feel in my life like if something were happening to me, you know, I should tell someone because it's like valid and someone wants to help. That is never how I was responded to in the world. In fact, I have a fairly horrifying story about when I was in high school. I finally, like, you know, like, talked to authority figures, parents, you know, school psychologists, whatever, and, like, basically said that, like, I thought that I might be bipolar, and I wanted to see someone and find out. And the level of dismissal that I faced was genuinely traumatizing. It was so traumatizing that even though I do have ADHD, and it was suggested to me that I might have ADHD for 10 years, not only did I not, like, you know, get checked out, get tested, whatever, I did something, again, like, subtle things inside of me without me recognizing it. I did something more ridiculous, like, more, like, shocking when I looked back on it, which was for 10 years, I never Googled the symptoms. I wouldn't even entertain it, I wouldn't allow myself to entertain the idea that I obviously did have a suspicion, but I was so ashamed of the suspicion itself because of this trauma that I never even just Googled the symptoms. The level to which my understanding of ADHD was outrageously wrong is like something I let's say I'm still tremendously shaped by. I have, like, I don't know, like, I sort of live like I have this, I don't know, mission in life to, like, never let, you know, things that I experience happen, like, continue to be, you know, continue to happen unopposed, insofar as I can do anything about helping it.
For Bridget, I find strength to carry on.
But basically, I was taken to a couple of psychologists in a way that was, like, very showy, and, you know, like, one of them called me an attention whore, one of them, said, you know, that he was, like, too important to give me therapy, and, like, you know, just prescribes drugs and stuff, and, like, just, like, I don't know, even know what that was, but, you know, this other person called me an attention whore, and, like, my mother went in and, like, made this big show of asking, like, if she thought that I had some kind of organic disease, like bipolar disorder, and she said no. And, like, here's the thing that is you know, so like, yeah, I mean, I learned that, like, well, you're a stupid little girl who, like, wants attention and can't accept that you're just mediocre. And you just need to, like, if you're struggling with anything, it's because, like, you're not good enough and you just need to work harder. So I worked harder. And it took me a long time to learn that I was working way harder for the same things or less than a lot of other people. I didn't understand that things were not this hard for everyone else. I just accepted that I was myself, mediocre, below average, unskilled, undeserving, unintelligent, unworthy, lazy, stupid. And even though it was extremely confusing because sometimes it kind of seemed like I was smart.
Me too.
Me too. That is awesome that was Hilda. Because if there's anybody who's like an underestimated girl in a similar way, it's Hilda. Who's internalized it and like lives that identity. It's totally Hilda. Wow. What did she do? Marianne? Cool. So, here's the thing. As it happens, bipolar disorder, or it's called, I think, manic depression or something at the time, I don't know. And I don't really know what the term is, what the currently accepted term is an extremely common misdiagnosis for ADHD. Because, it actually makes a lot of sense, because hyperfocus, for example, can look like mania. My behavior today, right now, could look like mania. It's not... Let's say I can look quite a lot more manic than this. You know, impulsive behavior and hyperfocus and all that stuff can look like mania, you know? Like, there's a lot of anxiety and depression that is comorbid with ADHD, especially undiagnosed ADHD, because of, hey, like, the experience that I just described is hard and confusing. You know, you keep trying and, like, it, like, seems to make sense one second and then it doesn't, and, like, you just keep failing and nobody understands why, and you keep getting criticized, and it's just, like, it's horrible. Of course it causes anxiety and depression. So, yeah, it's an extremely common misdiagnosis. So, I was actually very insightful for having recognized as a teenager that something biochemical was happening with me that somebody in theory could have supported me with or helped me with. And especially the thing that happened when I finally had a supportive doctor who listened to me, I shit you not, 15 years later. And that wasn't the first time that I tried. That was just the first time that, like, somebody took me seriously. Here's what that doctor did. They gave me a 1-page questionnaire. I went through and I answered it. They looked at it and were like, well, holy shit. You appear to possibly have pretty severe ADHD. Here is a referral to a specialty clinic where you can get tested. A 1-page questionnaire. Nobody, when I was 16, 17, when I came to adults and asked for help, when I came to professionals and asked for help, nobody gave me a questionnaire. That is the level to which they did not take any of this seriously. I'd been dismissed by doctors since. I went to a doctor who said, like, hey, like, who, like, basically gave me the, like, I'm not going to help you speech, in, like, you know, coded language about how, like, how it's, like, rampant with misdiagnosis, especially for, like, our race. for people like us and whatever. And like, again, didn't give me a questionnaire, didn't give me, like, I came with a medical question, and it took me years to work up the courage to ask this doctor. It was once again years later that I asked this other doctor, and it was only because that other doctor took me seriously with another medical issue where I got a really severe hormone imbalance, and they took me seriously, and they fixed it. And so I told them about this like little suspicion in the back of my head that I was so ashamed of because of my trauma that I didn't even Google it for myself. And my God, the thing. Hi Vita, look at all of the cats that, wait, can you see the, my God, they were all here and now they're all here. Here's at least Ginger Snap. Cow baby, stop being just off camera. Vita's here. What is the gender neutral for like auntie, uncle? Here you go. Cow baby. Your Than uncle. Vita is here. Your Thanatos. Okay, I've decided that the gender neutral for aunt or uncle is Thanatos. Yep, it's Thanatos. Good boy. So anyway, yeah, so it turns out, so I am a person, again, this is like super hard to say because I've been so aggressively socialized to never ever ever fucking say this, and I am trying to rebel against that completely. I am a very smart, very successful, sort of person, sort of successful, it's whatever, depends on your metrics. But my point is, by like a lot of the traditional standards that I was raised in, which you can completely guess by stereotype, you're correct. Very successful. Like I went to elite universities and, you know, all that shit, and, you know, did well and all of that stuff. But it kept just sort of falling apart randomly, and also I didn't make any friends, for the very specific reason of I was constantly working to manage. And my explanation for this was like, oh, it's just that you're stupider than everybody else here, and like, you know, you just work harder, and that's why you can keep up. But like other people, they don't have to work as hard because they're not stupid, so they can have friends and socialize and stuff, and also, like, you know, do the work. And like everything that turned out to be extremely sophisticated coping mechanisms that I figured out that, like, you know, are actively things that you teach people with, you know, certain kinds of neurodivergence, ADHD and stuff, to cope, like things that I did, like I thought that they were me cheating. But yeah, like I was doing things upstream the whole time, and because I was like, you know, I went to good schools, I got good grades, I like, you know, I have a good job, whatever, like, if I have it, it's gotta be mild, right? Like, I'm just whining. As soon as I looked into it, and it's funny, like, you know, my current relationship and relationships and, like, people in my life, people who know me more recently, like, it's so blindingly obvious and clear, you know, how neurodivergent I am. And, you know, that it's not in my head, that it's not, you know, that it's not a small part of my existence and my experience of moving through the world. I just assumed that there was no way that I could have been doing okay, and, you know, have this be anything other than, like, you know, a petty complaint. from somebody who was too privileged and whiny and weak, I guess. And it was life-changing and like horrifying in the way that is like cathartic to finally do the thing, to finally just like do the Googling and find out that ADHD wasn't even remotely anything that I thought it was. And that it turns out quite severely ADHD. And yeah, it like, my god, the number of systems that had to fail me for me to never get any kind of support, and how, you know, like it shaped me tremendously. Like, I'm an extremely high functioning person, but that was forged in fire. That sucks. I don't want that for anyone. It's ridiculous how many things that I am, you know, biochemically, neurologically predisposed to struggling with, that people tend to see me as, because I genuinely am, like, you know, more on top of than people who are neurotypical, because my coping is just so trained into me. Like, it's just who I am now. But as soon as you take me out of the context of my coping, suddenly it falls apart and I seem unfamiliar all of a sudden. It's because I really do have this. Yeah, so, I don't know. This and a lot of things, you know. I'm a queer person of color. I was raised Muslim. I'm poly. I am a lot of things. Neurodiverse, obviously. A huge nerd. I've never really fit in anywhere before, and that's fine. It's not a big deal. That's not like a whiny thing. That's just like a thing that has like shaped a lot of my experiences and my like how I see and move through the world. I like cope my way through the world, which means that I see a lot more of the like scaffolding and the mechanics than you know, you would ever have to notice if you're somebody that it was built to accommodate correctly. Because like when it doesn't accommodate you, you have to pay much more attention to how everything is built. And I just named like several ways in which it was not built for me. And the whole time I did not know that, right? This was all like a series of revelations in you know, my adulthood. I am the oldest e-girl in the world. But yeah, so I just like talk about all of it, and I work very hard to resist a lot of the socialized instincts and shames that have served me badly, that have served my well-being badly, and that are serving anyone like me badly. Don't pretend you're not smart if you know that you are. Don't downplay your value. And by the way, I don't actually mean this in a didactic way. Actually play the game as much as you feel that you need to. I'm an extremely practical person. But I'm just saying, insofar as I can be a place that validates, you know, we live in a non-ideal world, and I validate that for you. And if there's any catharsis in watching me say fuck it to all of it, and do whatever the fuck I want, and declare loudly that this is how it should be, that this is what actual, like, right and wrong looks like, that we shouldn't need self-deprecation and constantly apologizing for existing, that there's nothing wrong with us, that we're not broken, and that we really have been shaped by a world that has been built in many cases against us. And I'm saying us in many different capacities for many different types of things. I ended up an accidentally impressive person because I didn't realize I had been doing things the hard way the whole time. And when the world caught up to recognizing a lot of the things that made it that way, I had already been forged in fire. I am the oldest e-girl in the world. And I already knew how to cope. And I'd already dealt with the feelings about the ways that I am treated that aren't fair, the ways that I am underestimated or discarded. And I have been incredibly lucky, and I'm deeply grateful to have found this like weird little pocket of the universe called Twitch, where people who find me just being and talking about unapologetically and saffrantily, which is, by the way, one of the two new emotes. The saffron emote, y'all. People find it cathartic. Some people find it instructive. Some people find it strengthening. That's my goal, because I wish I had someone like me to help me through. I wish that it had been less painful. I wish it had been more fair. I wish it had been less lonely. I wish it had been less terrifying. I wish there had been, less damage, less self-loathing. I found it outrageous, like indescribably meaningful to stream on Twitch and be my honest, authentic self and try very hard to be responsible about the version of humanity and life that I'm modeling. I'm a person who deeply cares. I am a deeply empathetic person. I curse a lot. I rant a lot. I can be very angry. I can be rude. That's more often than not an accident. But I'm really proud of the fact that I can apologize. And I can apologize very sincerely in the way that, and I know that it's, I know that I'm doing it right when it's when there's this little pull where I want to soften or lighten a thing, because then it would hurt me less to say, is when I know that I'm, hitting on the part of the apology that matters. I'm really proud of the fact that I do that. That I learned how to do that. And that's really hard for somebody who had uncontrolled RSD for years. And it's also really hard for somebody who lives in a world where people are not expected at all to learn emotional skills, even though they are learnable, and they're really important. They're crucial, not just for mental health. They're crucial for most of the ways that you need to move through the world in a way that is responsible and ethical to other human beings. But it's tragic that I had to end up with so much emotional control just to be able to, manage, sort of backseat manage the emotions of, men who were too fragile to, respect me properly, that I still needed to protect me for one reason or another in order to survive in the world. In order to survive in the workforce, in order to, just the level of constant navigation of all of these obstacles everywhere. It's just incredible to be able to be here and not do that, and find that there are people who come here to me. Some of them are here to just, like, also live in that world with me. And some people are here to observe and to learn. Because they have, in some part of their life, come to realize that there are people that the world isn't serving, and they want to come and talk to one of them, hear from one of them directly. Anything about what it's like, and, you know, what they can do to help, what they, you know, whatever. Like, I love when that happens. That's why there's an I'm a white guy chat command in my channel. And it's been incredibly gratifying. I love doing this. Little things happen. I have a viewer who, like, would reflexively apologize at basically every time they said anything. And seriously, like, not the way that it happens in the movie I was just talking about, A Simple Favor. Actually very, like, gently and lovingly. I let them know that they did not have to do that here. And I watched that person, like, I would have forgotten, but that person, like, really took to heart that. And it was very gratifying for me that, like, even if they just have a little earworm, being like, oh, I don't have anything to apologize for. Like, this is not achieving anything with this particular person. They're not, there's nothing that I need to soften here for this person with this. And, like, things like that, you know, like, I mean, long-time viewers know that there is a special and mythic figure, the Lemon Witch, who is our raid emote. Well, not anymore, really, because it's now a bit emote because I got other emotes. Like, I still talk on the phone with her. This is a person who, like, would fit in very, very well in the world that I have eventually settled myself down in for reasons that were very deliberate after a well-traveled life. But where she is, where they are, not so. But here in the magical land of Twitch, you can find people like you, which is what the internet was supposed to be. And it's not, though. We know that it's not a magical utopia. We know that it's less safe, more hostile. But this is my house. This is my channel. This is my room. This is my sapphic pirate ship. And when you're here, you follow my rules. And it's amazing to get to make the rules. And it's amazing that when I make the rules, people still come and hang out here and respect them. And God, that's incredible. Sometimes I wonder, is this little fantasy world what it's just like to be a white man? A cishet white man, where you just get to, like, make rules and people just, like, accept them and respect them. Because I've never had that. I have always navigated a world full of rules that were sometimes confusing to navigate, often unfair, and way too often genuinely, like cutting, hurtful to navigate, painful. I mean, if you're a woman that, you know, came of age, or anyone who was treated as a woman, who came of age in any kind of environment where your sexuality was demonized, where your virginity was used as a metric of your worth as a human being and of your morality, you understand the kinds of thing that I'm talking about. That stuff does damage, and it's wrong. It's, like, not up for debate, it's wrong. Not here. Out there, there's a world where I guess there's places where it's not up for debate. And here, it's not up for debate that you don't get to reduce a woman's value to her sexuality in any way. You don't get to do that. The world has gotten away with it a lot. This tiny little corner of the universe, no you can't. If you want to, if you try to, you can leave. It's a subtle thing that I'm talking about, Blase. It's probably not rules in the moving sense that you're thinking. Oh, thank you, Faith Reborn. Much appreciate you follow. It's probably not in the ways that you're thinking. I have had this happen before where, like, I'm probably talking about it at a different, like, level of subtlety than you're thinking about. But it's stuff that's arbitrary and accepted. But for some reason, one set of arbitrary preferences, rules, like, just got accepted as normal. And others got just shoved into the box of other. Of failing, of not right. Oh, thank you so much. I super appreciate that. Hi, I'm Silly Saf. I am talking about my self-life channel. That's sort of what I do. I also play video games, and I cosplay. But yeah, oh, that's funny. I wonder where you recognize me from. We probably hang out in the same community somewhere. Did you fall asleep at Core's stream? That happens a lot. I bet there's gonna be a bunch of people who fell asleep during Core, because a bunch of people fell asleep during Core's stream, woke up. One person did that with me today. That was awesome. Lunch! Okay, so okay, I love lunch. So, let me guess. Lunch raided Core. Core raided me. Because Core never gets to raid me, because I'm never still streaming at 6:30 in the morning. But it's been an interesting day for me. Interesting. I've had more interesting in the traditional sense nights, like, literally this month. But, like, oh hey! See, you're in good company. I see. But you broadly came from the lunchbox. And Vita, did you come from Tanuki? Or did you come from Lunchbox? Vita is the grand cat namer. Please, I would like to introduce you, my new follower of following list. No, I mean, not today, Vita. Broadly. I don't think he streamed, but I did see that he was playing video games on Discord, and I was, like, confused, because apparently it doesn't occur to me that people can play video games who are streamers and not be streaming at that time. Anyway, my wonderful new follower of note and honor, this is Prince Endymion, also known as Ender. Vita has given them the distinguished name Cowbaby. This is Sunset, also known as Cream Puff or Ginger Snap, as of today. And that over there, that little white puff, that is also a cat. Right? It is known as Moonlight. They are brothers, and they are the Triforce of Kittens, which I will now show you visually in the form of the greatest team ever. Prince Endymion. Yes, Cloud Baby. Quite right. Prince Endymion. Oh, nice! I have some acquaintances who just named a pair of kittens that they adopted, Loki and Thor. Yes, keeping it, sort of astrologically themed. Okay. We have been talking about the whole ad thing. Okay, I'm gonna do this boring video gamey stuff while gaming things are happening. My god, it is just sheer daylight outside. I have been streaming for 13.5 hours. Cool. Oh my god, thank you so much for subbing, Faith! Oh, I love my Prime subs. I have such a, I have a deep place in my heart. Also, it's great that you are from Lunch, because Lunch is the person I give my Prime sub to every month. It's like, I don't know. It's like this little act of love. You know, taking money that is entitled, an entitlement for some creator away from Amazon. Oh. Oh, nothing. 4 ads? What? I need to deal with this. And also, not everyone is getting them, and it seems to be different in different locales. They just changed this, and it's been, coming up a bunch, where people would be like, I lost you mid-sentence. Jesus. Ugh, God. Alright, I need to figure out what's going on with these ads. They, added more settings that you can do, but, clearly it was not obvious what was happening. And, they should tell me when they're running an ad, Jesus. I'm talking here. Twitch be cray. Oh, that is... Well, I think so, there is a setting to turn on ads for subscribers. I believe it is just, not recommended, even on, even on the settings page. It can be done. But it's, a weird thing to do. Why would you do that? Alright, let's give you some axes. I remember my first month affiliated.
This is working out.
The thing that I found most, riveting was watching the ad revenue, tick up, 0.01 at a time. Because it was just fascinating. It was, one of those things where, you're just kind of, waiting to see if it hits $1. And, there were, all the other things that were, actual dollar amounts. It was just, 01, 02. What? Okay, I heard about that. What the hell? That is so confusing. Okay, I need to... Oh, God. I'm gonna have to put thought into this, which is annoying because I have all of my, thought energy already scheduled for the week. I'm gonna have to find some thought time. That was... I'll probably find it under the couch or something. Tisk. Yeah, no, it is new. They're they rolled out a whole bunch of new stuff, but they were very not clear about how it was gonna work. Axe and fist. Brr. Light magic. Let's get that over the line. Dang it. Hey!
That was nice.
Thank you. Yes, I am the cozy streamer. I nest.
I'll try to put this to use.
Yeah, I can't believe I managed to avoid hate raiders. I have no idea how. I mean, I did nothing. I got lucky. Horseback riding. Should I get this to C+? It's probably not as important. Also, I don't know. When they sent out the last email, I was like, this seems like it's not anything. Like after the the big don't stream protest on the 1st, and they sent out like this thing, and it was just like, this seems like nothing to me. Oh, yay! Yes, I was telling this ridiculously wholesome story about how I got very drunk at movie night watching Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively in this like neo-noir called A Simple Favor, and just like texted everybody that I cared about and was like, I love you, let's talk. Hooray! Hooray! Someone is engaging my question of the day! Y'all! Celebration! This is new for me. I am just introducing new elements of engagement, and this is my second one. Ever. So, hence very excited. Oh, huh. Meep. Catherine is still useful.
Thank.
All right. Okay, you guys are not. Man, I would do one thing on Lysithea over most of the others. Flying, wave magic. Okay, I'll do Sylvain. You can be like the one person with a decent axe rating. Alright, Seteth. I think that's just like the auto stuff. Yeah, I just got you and I haven't given any thought to what I want to do with you. Well, seems like that's, axe and flying. Why are you learning Lance? Here, take some flying. Oh my god, that gesture is so... should not be... No. Does not fit. Okay. Group tasks. Skywatch. That works. Hooray! We never finished the Sunday crossword. It occurs to me. Maybe I'll have both of them up on Sunday.
I am having a report, Professor.
All right. I don't know that I could actually define friendship in words. This is Faith Reborn. It's kind of a thing where I just know, okay, this person is great and I want to know them and be close to them and I want to be there for them, so I just do the thing. I don't know if I can come up with something that I can improve on friendship. I honestly find myself giving too much of my time to friends at the cost of my own self sometimes. I do! So if you go there, you will find this crossword. The one that we have been working on. Which I shall move to not on top of the game. Be on top of my wonderful art. There we go. Right? I'll probably stop with the fire embleming momentarily and we can switch. 'Cause my God, I have been streaming a very long time. I might have some ice cream cake. This is the first time that I did one
Thanks. I'm glad I asked you.
with viewers and we didn't finish. Pirates and Rogues. Alright, gotta explore. Any certifications? %. Not bad. Someone else. Oh, Lysithia. Gremory. 66%. Very not bad. Hilda. Oh, nope. Oh, you've got to be getting closer now. 51. Still 51 and 51. Guess not. Petra? Oh, Petra. You are all over the place, huh? It's fine. Felix. My boy. Huh. Also all over the place, but you two are two of my best units. It's all good. Shamir! You're gonna be the one. I can tell. Sounds like mute point. You can just type in there. Like, that's like if you click on the... If you click on that link, it'll take you to the game. You can just, like, participate straight in there. That's how we do it. Mute point. Neat. Like a moot point? Oh my god. Oh my god. Sunday crosswords always have, like, puns in them. There's usually a lot of French. You can change it. Like, the way that, like, a lot of people get that way, typically it just works itself out. Like... It fixes it. Like, it works itself out, right? Like, it, you know, it doesn't end if we have any mistakes and stuff, and it just works. Oh, have you used down for cross before? I am eternally grateful to Mr. Blank for down for a cross. It's good shit. And I'm also very, very obsessed recently with the words on stream, which I now have on my my BRB screen and stuff when I run off and eat, because I have eaten twice in the holy shit nearly 14 hours. Ha. Oh my god! Skelly is also the one who got me started, and Blank was the one who was there who was able to recommend this as the method of doing it. But it was Skelly's fault, and I did it for like a whole week after that, and Skelly did not show up. And I went to Cora's stream today and I was like, hey Skelly, you can come and help finish this crossword. And they were like, yeah. And then they didn't. So, you can take that to the bank, and by bank I mean Skelly, from me. Say Saf sent ya. With an unfinished Sunday crossword. A tradition I full-on started for Skelly. Yes. You guys can all yell at Skelly for me. For Skelly. Alright, let's see if I got this stat booster. And then I should stop playing this incredibly brain-intensive game. Well. The evidence suggests that you're completely correct. Stitchy! I'm not streaming again! I am streaming still. In 7.5 minutes? No, in 6.5 minutes. That's how math works. It will have been 14 hours. Stitchy is the greatest. There's my Rocky Burdock. Ta-da! The mad lad. The mad laddie. Or lassie. Alright. At the very least, we can be done with specifically this game. Well, no, let's do supports first. Ha, you thought you were free. We'll do supports first.
Sylvain,
And then I will overstimulate you with way too many things.
Hey, Lysithia. I was about to grab some food. Would you like to come along?
Actually, yes. That sounds fine.
Great.
Well, it is confusing. I think that I actually out-partied Atlas, who was out clubbing, and, like, texted me at, like, 5.
If there's a next time, I'll take you somewhere with a much better atmosphere.
And I'm like, I am still
really
up,
care about the
having
atmosphere. I just wanted to apologize.
a great night.
Nah, I get why you told me off. There's nothing you need to apologize for.
Can you just shut your mouth and listen for once?
Ah!
Here's something you may have already picked up on. I very much dislike being treated like a child. I've worked very hard to
I
be
hate
where
how
I
much
am
I relate
now,
to this.
and such treatment makes it feel
Although
like
everybody who
all that
actually
work
spends
is
time with
being
me now
But I
considers
think you're a
me
genius,
quite,
and you work harder than I ever did.
fearsome and
When I
formidable.
was your age.
Yes, you already told me all of this.
Are you tired?
Back
Has it been a
then,
good
you were
stream? I'm
just
sorry I
as
passed
devoted
out.
to
I didn't
goofing
realize
off
you were
as
going to be
are
going so
now.
long. Stitchy,
So I already told you that.
man,
What a
you're
perfect
making me look
memory.
bad in front of my new friends, okay? By
There.
apologizing.
You're always so
And I was
quick to
just
flatter
like,
every woman you
Don't
come
apologize. What do you have to apologize
across.
for?
And yet I never thought you would direct your antics at me.
Stitchy,
I'm
I did not
sorry.
know that this was gonna
I know how
happen.
hard you work.
It just sort
And
of
I really
did.
wasn't trying to
I
upset
like
you.
took off my
I just
Dorothea
wanted to
cosplay
chat.
and all of a sudden was
I
filled
do
with
not mind
energy.
that you wish
And then
to
I was
chat
like,
with me.
and then
In
like
fact,
Dirt showed up
you
and we
might
had like a
even say I was
great
happy
time
about it.
just talking
a
because
bit.
we vibed so hard and we
Seriously?
hadn't seen each other in a
Sure
while
didn't
or
seem
seen.
that way.
And then
Well, it's true. Your behavior is
Ha!
normal. But in retrospect,
Sorry,
I
Andrew.
realized that was you treating me as you do all women, rather than like a child. I wasn't thinking about it like that at the time, and so I
My
snapped
God.
at you. I could have perhaps approached the matter with a tad more maturity. Therefore, I would like to apologize.
An apology? That is not how these
Stitchies do
conversations
not
usually
apologize
turn out.
here.
There's no need for that, though. Really, you'll make me blush if you keep this up. Listen, Lysithea, I want you to know that I meant every word, even if sincerity is.
But yes, it just sort of
difficult
happened,
for me.
and then
You're
Cor
as
rated me.
lovely as you are
So
clever.
we're still hanging
You have
out.
This
It's
strange
great.
charm about you. That's what I really honestly think.
There you go again with your false flattery.
I swear to you, it isn't false at all. And it's not
Aw,
flattering, it's the
Stitchy,
truth.
thank you.
Say what you will, you're still gonna have
I was
to
very
earn my
like,
trust.
I was very pleased because,
Just this
you know,
once,
talking to
I'll
Dirt
cut
is
you
like
some
peak
slack.
Saf.
Don't get used to it.
Well, I was
Not
finally
like you
up,
can change
like,
who you are
at the
as a
right
person.
moment.
Sweet and tolerant.
No, I
She
was
never
very
sees
peak Saf
limits.
after the
I'll
core
leave
raid.
you
I
with
just sort of
this.
like rambled
Don't
about
say things you don't
Saphish
mean.
things.
It
Not
makes it
Sapphic
impossible
things,
to tell the
although there
lies
was a little
from
bit
the
of Sapphic
truth.
singing.
Don't come crying to me if you carry on as you have and end up with no friends.
I have to say, Lysithea, your harshness
Stitchy, did you
is
see the
one of those
cosplay
things I
photos
find so charming
in the
about
Discord?
you.
You are exhausting. I guess the positivity is okay though.
All right.
Oh, do you have an itch back there? I guess you can't scratch it on your
I got a
own,
core
can
raid
you?
and an oak raid on the
Hi,
same
Marianne.
day. Now that I think about it.
Oh, Claude. It's just you.
Sorry.
Although
I know
the
you're
oak
in the middle
raid
of an
clearly
important
was in the
discussion with
part of my
Dorothea,
energy
but
cycle where I
can
was like,
talk to
I
you?
am dead on my
About
feet
what?
and asleep. And it is too hot for me to be
It's about
Dorothea,
this
but I
thing
am
you
anyway.
think you're burdened with. I've tried to guess what it is.
Please don't. This is making me a little uncomfortable.
There's no reason to feel uncomfortable. It's not like I plan on
The
saying
pre
it
and
out loud.
post skip
But
conversations,
if my
all
guess is
acting sort of
correct,
like
there's something I want
no
to tell
time
you.
has passed, is super
Will you
weird.
hear me out?
Fine. I will listen.
Once upon a time, in a faraway place.
What the... Are you telling me a story?
Just listen. Once upon a time, in a faraway place, there was a young boy. This boy came from a despised lineage. In short, his mother was a daughter of the enemy. So the young boy was treated horribly by everyone around him. He hadn't done anything wrong. Everyone hated him simply for existing.
Boy.
Yelling, fighting back, explaining himself. Nothing he did could change his situation. When he was finally old enough, he ran far away from home. He escaped.
It sounds to me like he had no choice. I would have done the same had it been me.
Thing is, after he ran away, he still found himself in the very same position. People in the outside world hated him for where he
The
came
last
from.
picture,
Well, now
B
that's-
pictures? B picturing?
The boy thought he had no place to go.
Oh, the leg girl.
All he could do was destroy the boundaries.
Here's the Discord if
between
anyone's
inside
interested.
and outside worlds.
Ah.
Destroy the boundaries?
Right. If there was no
The leg
outside and
girl.
inside, just one side to share,
Aw.
then the people outside
Thank you,
wouldn't have a reason to
Stitchy.
hate him
Stitchy is
anymore.
the best.
It wouldn't be easy, but if he managed
Although,
to,
Stitchy,
he could
I'm glad
shrug
that you're
off
here
that
because I have a
burden.
complaint. I must register a
Point is,
complaint with you.
People are born with burdens
I
to
was
carry.
promised
That much is
a
undeniable.
Stitchy bitch,
But
and I
whether
feel
they
that I was
find us
falsely
or we
advertised
cast
to.
them aside,
And I need
that's
to
up to
know
us.
with whom I should take
so
this up.
I think you should try to cast yours aside, Marianne. Put that heavy burden down. It's time.
But I don't know if I can do it.
It's
Oh.
okay. I'm here for you.
We
We're
have a
the same.
lull now.
I can help you.
The same?
I couldn't survive any
We
longer
have nothing in common.
without a lull.
Hey, did you see that, Dorte? Your friend just smiled at me.
Thank you for sharing your story. I suppose I
What?
could try casting aside burden. As
Wait.
You say. We can
The
try
guy who
together.
scammed you?
Let's do that.
Fuck that
When
guy.
we're free, we can change the whole world.
What? Oh, hey, look, you're the second person to give me the perfect opportunity to do literally both of the new emotes because the fuck? Fuck that asshole. Someone made a donation to Stitchy and then like basically reported it as fraud and pulled it out. Ugh.
Hilda?
Why
I
did
wanted
you
to thank
block
you
me?
for helping me in the infirmary.
Oh my god.
I brought you
Fuck
these
that guy.
pastries.
Oh my god, guys, when I was in Virginia, I found pasties that say censored.
That sounds lovely. But I also wanted to apologize for always causing you such trouble.
It's no trouble.
Mendoza.
No trouble at all. Everything tastes better with friends, don't you think? I give you help, you give me sweets, we have a little tea party. It's a good arrangement, I'd say. I'm used to it now. So
Suchi.
if it changed
Fuck that
suddenly,
guy. I'm very
I'd feel
sorry.
disoriented.
I suppose if you're enjoying yourself, then it can't be that bad.
Can't believe how much Hilda
Sure.
grew on me.
You don't seem to mind listening while I gab, so I'm enjoying myself plenty. But do let me know if I'm too boring.
No, you're not boring at all. In fact, you're, very good at talking. You're also
Do I detect
good at hands.
sappicness?
You can clean
Whoa!
and organize better than almost anyone. I envy you.
Oh, stop. I'm blushing. I'm not as great as all that. We're both a lot different on the inside than we look on the outside, don't you think?
How do you mean?
People who see you think you're so proper, but you're
It's a
actually
great
clumsy.
contradiction you crave
That's
in
why I
life.
help
Oh
you, because
gosh.
there are some things you just can't do.
Oh, that is
I'm
poetic. It
sorry
has been a
you
poetic
always have to
night.
clean up after me.
There
I
was
didn't say I
an
hated
insomniac
it.
dirt.
In fact, you've taught me a
Waxing
few new
quite
techniques
ADHD
I can use
poetic.
To persuade people.
And
Maybe
I
I'll
think
start
that I
imitating you
definitely
a
hit
little
that
bit.
energy for a
I'll
bit a
do
while
the
ago too.
man. That sheepish, sorry, and those quavering downcast
Awesome.
eyes. But
Thank
that
you.
might not work as well for me. People would probably assume that I'd hit my head.
Oh, well.
Aw, Mary Ann laughing at me. So rude and yet so adorable.
I'm so sorry. I just can't help it when I imagine you doing those
Do a
things.
controlled burn on the house and come back. Yeah.
Yeah. It's rather unhilda-like, I'll admit. Okay, that's enough laughing.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, are you all right? That tea's hot, Marianne. Be careful.
Yes. Oh, ouch. Hot.
Stitchy, wanna do the
Come on.
wanna do
What
the
did I just say?
QOTD?
I know, I'm sorry.
I love to hear from yo.
Hot.
Now that you've slept.
Oh boy, a real steady hand, that Marianne. It's nice to see her laugh. Sure, she was
Faith, that's
laughing at
perfect
me,
though. That means
but
that only
how can I
the
get mad when
dirt
she looks so damn
and
cute?
grime burn. See? Stitchy gets it. You're left with just pure brick. I'm pretty sure that's how oven cleaning works. They just like turn on the fire and just like all the stuff that's not oven will burn away. Alright. Let's give this a rest. You mean your... Why are your paintings and collectibles not brick? I regret to inform you, you may be painting and collectibling incorrectly. What did you think was going to happen the next time you needed to clean? Or call in a gremlin? Right. Oh, hey, right, the other game. You say that now. Hence why I have many numerous but not all brick collectibles. Wow. Let's just keep overwhelming everybody. Haha! Oh, wait, there's no E. Wow, why am I struggling so hard to even get one? Got one. Oh, nice. Shoot. Now? An ad break now? Are you just trying to embarrass me, Twitch? Ugh. Shameful. Wow, that was pathetic, but no one's fault. Let's try that again. All right. And I need to grab myself a bit of breakfast, which is the sandwich that I keep eating slightly more of for all of my meals that I hide from my cats in the oven because it is made of tuna. I'm not eating a sandwich. I eat myself. That was my first day as an affiliate, and it was epic. How many different games can I have going? Oh, I should probably change that. Hey. You know what? It's a perfect moment for me to go get my sandwich. But I shall leave you with a restart, and I will update my I feel like this is how I met Blue. I think that Blue was basically doing exactly this. Pre-rolls are disabled for an hour. But that's pre-rolls. Why are... You shouldn't be proactively... Ugh, forget it. Alright, changing the category. Sweet. Wait, what? didn't that work? That was weird. Whatever. Fixed. Okay, after. In a minute, I will go get my sandwich. Glide, Slin, Lizardlight Seal, Ilbzant, Nibble, Simdid. There's one vowel. This is really, really disorienting. Was that enough for 2? Yes! That never works. Oh no. Yeah. Core! It's Core! Senpai's here! Just slightly misspelled. Alright, grabbing a sandwich. is more sandwich than this. This is just the amount of sandwich for the moment. Oh man. Oh, there's no E. Nice. Oh, cool. I keep thinking there's an E. There is not. Alright. Enough time? I think so. Run! I'm fine. I just stepped on a cork. For wine. I'm fine. Gotcha. I like how you went straight to burp. This is a very curious kind of pressure. Nice! Oh shit. Oh, we were so close. That would have been my first full game on stream, I think. Would have been. is not. I felt so bad for getting a sandwich. It was clearly the right thing to do. Holy god, it's 8:30. I have a phone call with my crush today. Hey. Burmuth. Hey. Oh, fake V. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, listen up, please. I don't wanna be your hero. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, this is the first time that I understood that the way that you're supposed to get the fake letters is by process of elimination. Dang. Alright, one more. And then let's give the crossword a once over. And then let's see where we are. Me personally, I'll be at about 14 and a half hours. Good point. Thank you. It was very disorienting that my V words were not being accepted. Huh. It's exhilarating how well we're doing with two people. Yup. Yes, yes. Come. Come, little gremlin. Help us. Oh man, last second on that one. Yes. The fuck am I doing? That was silly. All right. We shall now... Yeep. Give another look to the crossword. I have to take a look myself. Alright, let's see. How are we doing? Alanalda, I still think that one's good. Or it's not off. Alright, we've got asleep. Victim of sunburn. Victorian in a way. What? That one stumps me. Concentrate. He that ruleth over men must be just. Cool. Relative group. Chanted. When coal, gas, and oil are discovered. What? What am I gonna be upset about? Faith? What did you figure out? Icarus! No. No, can't be so. Oh, God. No. No. Why? What have I done to deserve this? This is inhuman. It's inhumane, is what it is. Let's see. Cut a cutlery. A place for knives and forks. A cutlery. Pig in a sty. Angry. Stage apparel. Four-man tanks. S&L offering. Like an IRA. Oh man, that's so good and so horrible. Yeah, I wrote IRA for that one. Oh my god, that's not At Last Fuels, is it? Like Atlas Falls. No. No, not definitely. I don't think. I didn't put it there anyway. Unkempt hair. Pig in a sty. Yes. Safi me. Faith. All Fuels Day. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh, question marks. Thank you. That's very helpful. Well. Like mute point. You are awesome. Well, I can't help you with that here. I'm gonna be upfront about that. And it's not even I like puns. It's that I am surrounded by people who torture me with puns. I'm dirty and sweaty already. This is true. And yet... Eh. Peace. Thank you, you wonderful crossword genius. A tray may hold it. Notwithstanding. Grant leads off the show. Oh no, that's a question mark. Contract. Chest prefix. Stern, like sternum. So it's like sterno or stern, no, or I don't know. Snippy. Incriminating information. Chanted. Chanted freaks me out. I don't know why. Let's see what else we got. Often. Oh, hello, boys. Fine print, maybe. And... Churchgoers. Oh no, this one's a question mark. Churchgoer's pet name for his seat. Pew. A churchgoer is a parishioner. Fine print, maybe. Kind of rod. Dreyfus defender. Big lie. Huh, low res, I like it. Relieved. Comms. Could it be romances? Nah. Oh no, we're mountain climbers train. We're mountain climbers train. Wheels of Fortune. Wheels of Fortune? That's a question mark and it's only 4 letters. Calm down. Came down. Bad blood in Beijing. Oh boy. Another question mark. Piano. Imagine. Signs of censorship. Unbroken. Bronze beater silver, that's good. Could be fake. Tennyson lady. In the 3rd letter. E. 110. That is 110. But yeah, I'm not sure. You can put in whatever you like. Begins to develop. Could this be dates? T. Butt plug. It clears the way. In. At. Poetic regions. Verses. Octet? Oh, cool. An octet. That's genius. I love that. Wet weather gear. Oh, clue. I think this one is Hugh. Like Hugh Grant. I don't even think I spelled Hugh right. Dress up. Many an office has one. Fishers. Crimson Foe. Motorist Winter Aid. Wheeler? Maybe. Zing? Could that be a lie? Tin Hat. Pillsbury Bake Off officials. Tasters. Zing. Recorded. Whimper. Unkempt hair could have been a nest, but it's only 3 letters. Mewed music. Oh my god. I see it. Score of cats. Oh my god. Mewed music. Holy shit. Oh, that's too much. Snippy. Force. Sue Speaker. Why is Smith's blue? What does that mean? Cool, I didn't know that you could do that. Muddy up. Present. It carries a bit. In. Almost equal. In. clears the way. Big lie. Came down. I want to rain. Climbing pun. All right. All right. I think it's time for me to, like, sleep. Right? I mean, it was sensible. Now it's more like inevitable. But we can be good peoples and check out what the Raiden looks like out there. Alright, kitties. Come take over. Oh, well, no question. It's Stitchy. Thank you, new friend! Thank you for hanging out. I hope that I can see you without all of this nonsense in futures. Mwah. And thank all of you who hung out with me on my bizarre 15-hour adventure today. I shall see you again. Toodaloo. Stick around for the rating to the Stitchy. And... oh wait, I never actually put the ending soon.